What's up, guys? We're back once again for another movie review. Today we have Monsters Dark Continent. Now, I'm a little late to the party on this, guys. I've never even heard this movie. I came across it on Netflix the other day. Figured I'd go ahead and give it a shot. Uh, I was a little, I was wondering about this because I did not know how I was going to react to this. I thought it was going to be a great film. I thought it was going to be a decent film, but I was a little disappointed with it overall. I was wondering exactly what we were going to be expecting with this film, but the whole story about this is pretty much you mix this with Jarhead slash Battle Los Angeles slash something else, but I'd say those movies were probably better than this one. Um, Basically, what we have here through the entirety of this film, we have four main characters who were best friends growing up in Detroit, and they enlist into the military. They are becoming the army. They go over in the Middle East, and they have to deal with, of course, insurgents, but also this weird alien-like race that somehow has been on Earth for however many years. They don't really explain why throughout the entirety of the movie of where these things came from, other than that they've been here for a while and that they're hostile and that you have to kill them, and that every time when they're over there, their sergeants inform them, oh, we have to make sure that they're dead and this, and we have to make sure that that they're gone, as well as also making sure that they don't mess up no bases and don't drive us from our primary mission. They're just a nuisance that if we have to kill them, we have to kill them. And that's pretty much really all they talk about. I mean, the entirety of this film, this is more of 50% of this movie, or actually 70% of this movie, has to, 70% will have to deal with what exactly is going on with, of course, being away from home, PTSD, also with dealing with war. But the entirety of the film, you think more is actually happening, but what's really crazy is the main character we have, Parks. He sees all his best friends die literally in front of his eyes on their first mission, and then the sergeant, the one that's his sergeant in him, they get taken captive, and then they are able to escape. And then when they finally are able to leave, they get lost within the Amounts Desert, and then they get rescued by these natives. And the sergeant pretty much, he just goes nuts. Like he's on, I think about, they said 18 tours, and he just keeps coming back, and he doesn't want to, like, he's afraid to go home. And every time when it gets worse, he just stays there, and it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. So in the entirety of this film is pretty much dealing with whatever is going on, and it's really crazy of how they do this, because it makes you think that it's this kind of a movie, but it's really not. It's more of an alien movie and a war movie than it is what's just plain one old movie. And I don't like the way they did that. I thought that if they put too much in this film, where I think it was like, oh, well, if we do this, it's going to be cool. It did not. It was cool to a point, but then it got to the point where it got too weird. It got too crazy to keep up, and even different people that I have try to say, hey, do you check out this movie? And there's some that says they have, and they just lose interest with maybe within like the 30 minutes of the film. And the movie's about, I want to say, an hour and a half long in the entirety of the film. Again, overall, I'd have to rate this maybe 1 out of 10. I give it maybe a 3.5. There were certain scenes in this film that were highly intense. Some of the acting was alright. Some of it was kind of lagging. This pretty much was, to be very blunt, guys, a very shitty action shooter movie. It was not like I thought. I thought it was going to be a lot better than it was. I think the best part was showing what does happen when you go to war, and what can happen if you go to war in the military, of what happens when you go over to Afghanistan, of them basically you're dealing with an enemy that does not care if you live or die, as well as also they're going to do whatever they want. Same thing with anything that has to deal with in any kind of war movie. But I think that every time we see something like this, we just know what's going on with our American soldiers. But overall, this movie is something, I don't really consider this to be a movie I'd watch again. It was one of those, I was hoping to see something better than what I got within this film. I was hoping to take something away from this film I could actually enjoy. I did enjoy it to a certain degree. Don't get me wrong, I did enjoy it, even though this movie did come out in 2014. I watched it now again, came across on Netflix, so I'll go ahead and review it with you guys. But overall, I would say I'd watch this maybe one more time to get something I didn't really understand. But some of this, most of this movie, with the monsters, I did not understand at all. And then pretty much what I did understand, spoiler alert here, guys, is that the sergeant unfortunately deals with so much PTSD. He does go rogue in a way, start shooting innocents, and then the private that's left with him has to shoot him to basically tell him to get his gun down, and he doesn't, so he has no choice but to shoot him. And then unfortunately he dies, and the private is the last one standing from his entire unit when they do leave to go on their first mission. So it is a very intense movie. It's one of those where if you like movies like this, go check it out. But again, it's something that I wouldn't consider me watching again. It's one of those, if you're a fan of this film, okay, great. If not, that's okay too. I personally did not enjoy it. If they do another one, maybe I'll check it out. I don't know. But either way, guys, if you even heard this film, if you've ever seen this film, either way, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Leave a big fat like on the video if you guys enjoyed. If you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. And again, help me with the algorithm here, guys. It'd help beat it. But either way, let me know what you think about this in the movie in the comments. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out on Netflix for yourself. Then let me know what you guys think. But either way, I'll see you on the next video and in the comments down below. See you later.